Hundreds of families and people living here in the 5 boroughs have experienced little to no heat over the past 5 years. That according to a newest report from the city comptroller. And this report coming today on the anniversary of the Twin Parks fire in the Bronx that started from a space heater and ended in tragedy. News 12's Shanice Archer spoke with residents at one NYCHA building in Soundview that they're currently experiencing no heat.
I would like them to, come and repair what has to be done. I've tried everything, calling 311. They keep throwing me back to the same place, to the housing departments.
Anna Lewis is a frequent visitor here at 1057 Boynton Avenue. She's a caretaker for her mother who's lived in this building since the 80s. And she says she's tired of her mother not having any heat during the winter.
I constantly have the stoves on, boiling water.
An issue many residents are facing across the city. According to new data from the Legal Aid Society, it shows many heat and hot water outages. Last heat season, they were more than 3,600 compared to 2,800 the year before. And a new report from the New York City comptroller shows that problem isn't limited to public housing. The report shows tenants in more than 1,000 buildings made at least 5 heat complaints every winter from 2017 through 2021. During this 5-year period, the New York City Department of Housing Preservation and Development issued at least 20,000 violations and cleared up about 80% of those violations. And the report shows most of them were in communities of color. Now, this report comes on the anniversary of the deadly Twin Parks fire in the Bronx that killed 17 people. Authorities say it was started by a portable space heater. Meanwhile, some tenants at this NYCHA building are forced to use space heaters to stay warm, although they're worried about what could come from it.
Those heaters are on over here all the time, and they do get hot. And sometimes, they throw a little bit of spark, so we have to keep replacing them. And it's scary because we cannot leave them on during the night because I'm afraid that a fire could break out.
We did reach out to NYCHA regarding the heating outages, and they say in part, quote, the outage at this development was to repair a leaking pipe which affected the heat pumps. Staff were dispatched and heat service has since been restored. From Soundview, I'm Shanice.